Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? What's going on? The brother Terence Bud Crawford, arguably the most skilled, the most talented fighter in boxing today, has a fight coming up December versus Edgidus Mean Machine Kavaliauskas, the Mean Green Machine, the baddest man in the land. That's what some people call it. Pretty sure that most people expect Terence Crawford to go in here and handle his business and, you know, get this guy up out of here and style on him and showcase, you know, every bit of his talent and, you know, and just really show people who he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we already know what Terence Crawford brings to the table, but, you know, which is why we expect for him to go in here and do away with this guy quickly. You know, so he has Kavaliauskas coming up in December. And, you know, the big question is with the unified welterweight champion, the top dog at the welterweight division right now, Errol the True Spence Jr., with him being, you know, out healing, still recovering from a horrific car accident, you know, with no return date, so to speak. We've heard numerous rumors and things like that, but nothing confirmed, nothing really concrete. So we can't really speculate too much on when he's going to return and what type of shape he'll be in. But with that being the case right now, what's going to be next for Terence Crawford? Who does he shoot for next? Can we get another big name on the PBC side other than Errol Spence in the ring with Terence Crawford? I think the big question is Bob Arum willing to open up that pocketbook and pay these guys, you know, what they feel like they worth, or at least what the PBC paying them. You dig what I'm saying? Especially if the fight ain't going to be on pay-per-view, if it's just going to be a regular, which I'm all for. If you just want to put it on espn, not the app, on TV, bro. If you want to put it on espn on TV, I'm cool with that. If you want to put it on Fox, you know, PBC, you know, Showtime, whatever, I'm cool with that. It don't have to be on pay-per-view if you fighting Keith Thurman, if you fighting now Manny Pacquiao, that's a pay-per-view fight. Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao is a pay-per-view fight. But versus Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter, I think Sean Porter and Terence Crawford is a pay-per-view caliber fight. But Bob Arum, he doesn't seem to be willing to pay guys, you know, what they at least have been earning or what they feel like they should be earning. You dig what I'm saying? He seems to, you know, he seems to be a little stingy when it comes to the finances, and I think that's what's really holding up these other guys from getting in the ring with Terence Crawford. Because you got to understand, you got to look at it from the, I know it's boxing, and we the boxing fans, we just want to talk about the fights. We just want to talk about boxing. But it would be naive if we just pretend like the business does not exist. If we talk about boxing and just pretend that the business don't exist, I mean, we fooling ourselves. We kidding ourselves. It's like damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, it's there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You gotta acknowledge the fact that the business is there, you know, and these things have an effect on fights being made or not being made. You dig what I'm saying? So I feel like if PBC, they have a host of in-house top welterweight guys that they can match together and keep the money on their side. You dig what I'm saying? You have a competitor, so to speak. Really, when it's boxing, everybody should be working together for the betterment of boxing, but we know that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So let's be realistic here. These guys are competitors. ESPN, The Zone, PBC, all these guys are competitors. So they think from the aspect of a competitor. You dig what I'm saying? So if you look at it like, okay, well, PBC got all these in-house guys and they can mix and match it. They don't even have to fight Terence Crawford and they can make all their money, put on big fights. We talking about a PBC belt now. And we're gonna get more into that once I get a little bit more information on that. We're going to definitely discuss the PBC belt, good things and bad things. You dig what I'm saying? But, you know, with them having such a variety of options that they could put together on the PBC side alone, you got to understand, okay, well, if y'all want us to fight y'all top guy. Really, the only top welterweight y'all got. He's the biggest name y'all got in y'all stable. You know what I'm saying? If we put one of our top guys with him, it's gonna raise y'all status up a lot, whether he win or lose. Definitely, if we win, if the PBC side, they like, okay, well, if we win, we definitely gonna get a lot out of that. You know what I'm saying? Our stock gonna be risen. You feel me? But at the same time, they looking at it like, okay, it's a risk, but then two, we also giving you an opportunity to raise your stock. So it's gonna have to be worth it financially. And if Bob Arum not willing to pay these guys, you know, why would PBC? Now, I'm not, of course, as a boxing fan, I'm like, shit, I don't give a damn how much it's gonna cost. Let's make it happen. You feel me? But if you thinking from the side of the business, guys are like, okay, well, you know, y'all gonna have to pay these fighters. You're gonna have to pay Sean Porter. You're gonna have to pay Danny Garcia more than the $3 million that you offered him. I think Danny Garcia should have fought for the $3 million. That's me. But if you paying Amir Khan $7 million, and Danny Garcia is a better fighter than Amir Khan, he knocked Amir Khan out too. Remember that. So how you gonna offer Amir Khan $7 million, but you gonna offer Danny Garcia $3 million? He gonna feel some type of way about that. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of like, if you go over to that side and do business with your competitor, it's gonna have to make sense financially. So I understand the business aspect. I don't like it, but it's there. We gotta acknowledge that. You know, so I'm just curious and trying to, you know, figure out what Terence Crawford is gonna do next with Errol Spence being out. I know one of the big things that was supposed to happen in 2020 was Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. That was something that I really look forward to. And I'm not saying that it's 100% out of the picture, because we don't know. But right now, it don't look too likely. So if after this fight now, it could still happen on the back end of 2020. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We was more so looking at it possibly being like late spring, maybe summertime, possibly. You dig? But now, if Errol Spence does return in the spring, he's not going to fight Terence Crawford his first fight, which will push it further and further back. You know, so what does Terence Crawford do next? You can't backdoor this Mean Machine Kavaliauskas with another guy that's a lower tier fighter. I mean, that's just like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? We going to have to get Terence Crawford in there with another top guy. You can't fight Mean Machine and then backdoor with another Mean Machine. It can't go down like that. You dig what I'm saying? So I think the brother Terence Crawford, he deserves to get in there with the top guys. Great fighter, love to watch him fight. Huge fan, one of my favorite fighters. You dig what I'm saying? And we gotta see him in there with the other top guys on the PBC side, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. What's gonna happen after this Kavaliauskas fight, knowing that the Errol Spence fight is not so likely to happen, you know, as soon as we would hope. You dig what I'm saying? So what's the next best option for Terence Crawford? Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.